Okay, friends, welcome, welcome, welcome. There are a couple things that you can do today to get you off and running. First things first, go ahead and take a look at the meal plan. Take a look at the different options that you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and treats, because you know we need those treats, right? And start kind of penciling things in. I highly suggest that you do not choose a different thing for every single day. In fact, since a lot of these are kind of like, you got to make it recipes, I suggest that you stick to one to maybe two different options for an entire week so that you can prep. So this is really key when you're starting to change eating habits. Oftentimes we really overcomplicate, and then we get really burnt out on the amount of meal prep needed and on the amount of food we have to buy at the grocery store and on just keeping up with what the heck we're doing, right? So really try to keep it as simple as possible. You can switch up your breakfast, like you could have, one thing for lunch and one thing for dinner one day, and then switch it up the next day where you have that dinner for lunch the next day, and so on. So take a look at the meal plan, the sample meal plan, select from it the foods that you would like to have for your meals of the day, and then create your grocery list for those meals and start prepping food. So it's Friday right now, right? You have all weekend to do this. Do not put this off to Sunday. Start today, write out your meal plan today, and place your grocery order. Pick up your grocery order on Saturday and just start meal prepping. You don't have to meal prep everything all at once. We oftentimes do batch prepping. So there's a lot of squash in here. So what that would look like is I would on Saturday maybe cut up all the squash, cut them all in half, spice them how I want to spice them, and throw them in the oven and done, right? So get the squash prep that day. If I'm going to be using rice, I'll throw a big batch of it in the pressure cooker and let it cook itself. As far as meat goes, like if you're using something that has ground turkey, make a big 2-pound batch of that ground turkey, and then stick it in the fridge to be able to make the actual recipes easily and not feel like you're having to spend 598 hours meal prepping on the weekend. But really, this is key. This is oftentimes where the holdup is when you're plateaued and you can't lose weight, or you've lost weight because you did some crazy diet and you couldn't keep it off because you didn't want to keep doing that crazy diet. It's really going to be building the habits that build long-term success. So right now we have really yummy foods in here and there's a lot to choose from, and it could be really easy to get overwhelmed. My computer's right here, so I'm gonna take a look at the meal plan right now. I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I was you. I would look at my breakfast combos and I would say, okay, it is really easy for me to do a 2-egg scramble with sauteed spinach and acorn squash. I can make the acorn squash ahead of time. 2-egg scramble, sauteed spinach, easy peasy. So that's definitely something that's easy and doable. The overnight oats, also super doable and easy. You make them in the crock pot. You make a big batch, you've got your week done, right? Those are super doable and easy, so I would maybe choose 1 to 2 of those options. For lunch, I've got the options of a fall salad topped with chicken salad. I've got a chicken salad with crackers and celery sticks. I've got turkey cranberry salad on an open-faced sandwich with sliced cucumbers, meatballs with bell pepper and chickpea salad, and tuna cranberry salad with cucumber slices, right? So I'm gonna look at that and okay, what's yummy to me and what also goes along kind of with what I'm doing in the mornings, right? And what can I easily do? So I probably would choose the fall salad with the chicken salad and then just do it differently on 2 days. So I'd make a double batch of the fall chicken salad, and I would one day have the salad topped with that chicken salad, and one day I'd have that salad with whole grain crackers and celery sticks, right? So that's how you kind of mix it up and make it feel like you're eating different, but you're still just prepping the same thing. You're just prepping a little bit more of it. Then for dinner, same thing. I'm gonna look at it and be like, okay, well, I have this fall salad again with turkey stuffed squash. Or I could do a pork tenderloin with apple and acorn squash with the fall salad again. Or I could do turkey cranberry salad with roasted Brussels sprouts. Or I could do meatballs. So all depends on you. I probably would do a turkey stuffed acorn squash with fall salad again on the and then maybe the meatballs with tomato basil soup, and just make a big batch of it, right? So really sit down and like get a pen and paper out and write down, okay, on Monday for breakfast, I'm gonna do 2 eggs scrambled with sauteed spinach and acorn squash. I'm gonna do that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm gonna have that apple pie protein oats with 1 hard-boiled egg, right? So then you know what you need. Okay, then lunch on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm gonna do, write this stuff down. This is how you get organized. This takes a hot freaking second as you get used to it. But let me tell you something. You have goals that you have not reached. And if you continue doing what you're currently doing, it's not likely that you're going to reach those goals, right? That's likely why you're in the group. So it is going to require some habit change, which is hard at first. But the longer you stick to creating those habits that are going to get you closer to your goals, the easier those habits become until they become habit and you don't have to think about them anymore. For me, doing this is easy peasy. It doesn't even take a second thought for me. It's not overwhelming at all, but that's because I've been doing this for years. That's because I've been looking at this type of stuff. I've been writing out on the weekend what I want to eat. It does not take very long for me to make my meal plan, for me to get my groceries, and for me to know how and what to prep. But that's because I put in the time to build the habit, and I was flexible and gave myself grace. And I tried different methods until I found what worked best for me, because it was really important to me for me to, number one, be building a strong, healthy body so that I am able to be independent for as long as possible as I age, right? But also so that I'm able to play with my kids and to play with my grandkids even, and not feel restricted because I didn't take care of my body the way that I should. And even more importantly is I want to instill these healthy eating habits in my kids. I want them to be strong and healthy and have mental clarity and have strong immune systems and have metabolisms that are firing, right? And not get all these chronic diseases that we see in the country. Feeding my kids healthy and teaching them how to have a well-rounded palate and teaching them how to have a balanced diet is really, really, really important to me, because these things come into play big time as you become an adult, as I'm sure you've noticed. So find that why that drives you, and then just commit to the uncomfortable for a bit. These are super yummy recipes. You're not going to feel like you're missing out through the fall using these recipes, because there's so much flavor and yumminess in them. Every week you can try a different recipe. This week maybe try the apple pie protein oats, and next week try the pumpkin pie protein oats and see which one you like better. And then you can kind of stick with that, or go back and forth if they're both equally delicious. But you'll never know like how good that you have the potential of feeling. You'll never know how much better life can be when you're eating in this manner all around. You feel good, but you also don't feel deprived and restricted. Like a lot of diets can leave you feeling deprived and restricted, like you're constantly on a diet or constantly having to say, no, I can't have that, or just always feeling torn or controlled by food or guilt around food. And that's kind of the mindset that we want to get out of in this group. And it's the mindset I really coach my clients to shift away from. That's the mindset that is around diet culture in a very big way. And it can be really hard to shift out of that deprive, diet, restrict, cleanse mindset and into the mindset of really taking care of yourself and really meeting your needs, your physical needs, right? Like giving your body food that fuels your body well, builds your metabolism, repairs your gut, keeps your immune system strong, keeps your hormones balanced. But also, very important to notice here, is the emotional connection to food. the social connection to food. We can't forget about that. And because if that's forgotten about, that means that whatever we're doing is not going to be long-term sustainable, because we want to go out and enjoy food with our friends and our family. And we want to be able to do all of these things. So learning how to enjoy and to make food that fuels your body and to be able to enjoy foods while going out is so key to building a long-term sustainable plan with food where you are happily making healthy choices. So your homework for today is to look at this meal plan and really set aside 30 minutes to look at this meal plan and figure out which of these meals you're taking from it. Create your grocery list, and even better, place your grocery list on your H-E-B grocery order area. Don't go to the grocery store to try to get all this stuff. You will overwhelm the heck out of yourself. Just place your order online. This will make it way easier for you. And introduce yourself to the group. Little side note here, y'all know that there is the opportunity to win a grand prize that is worth $150. The grand prize is going to be going to whoever is the most involved in the group, whoever is getting in there and doing the things, introducing themselves, shouting themselves out, hey, I just made my meal plan, check it out, maybe snapping a shot of it, encouraging other people in the group, getting in and doing their workouts, getting in and sharing the food that they're eating. The more involved you are in the group, that's who's going to be taking that $150 prize, right? And that is because the more involved you are, the more you're going to get out of this group. Okay, so get that homework done, take a look at the meal plan, write down everything you need, get your grocery order placed, and say hello to us, share your big end of year, what you would like to accomplish goal. And I am really pumped and excited to kick this group off with you guys. This is going to be a good one. All right, bye.